movies after the very serious episode we had yesterday. I think it's good to have, just some lighthearted fun, I reckon.
Yep.
Welcome to the podcast time, Pragpro, JC, that's me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I'm
you guys.
so excited to be here. I wanted to talk about this movie for a long time. I mean, do you guys I don't want to just jump in and start delve in my life story straight away. Do you guys have anything you want to say about my choice or what's happening?
Yeah, because I feel like you already have your review written for the movies you select now, and I have to come at it fresh because because these are movies you like that didn't get a good review initially, and now
but they're not just that.
You're ready to go.
No, not earned respect. I would say that coming into this movie, I was I think this movie's underrated from memory. And then I watched the movie and I developed more thoughts than I had before it. So we'll get into it.
Okay, that's fair as fuck, bro.
It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing that happened with what was that movie that you and Treasure Planet? That's right.
Treasure Planet. That's right.
Planet. I felt was a sabotage because I thought for sure you guys were gonna like that movie, and I came in so optimistic. I was so excited about everything but Martin Short's role, which we all agree.
Dude, that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me with Wake Up Dead, man. Literally the exact same situation.
I mean, listen, you should have known better than to know that I would have liked something like that.
I thought you would have loved it. I thought you would have been all about the murder mystery. But anyway, we won't dive into that again.
Yeah, I know.
But so this week, so as you guys read out in my statement last week when I wasn't here,
of course.
Basically this whole year I've got a theme going just for myself, and essentially every film I pick this year is going to be one that wasn't well reviewed when it came out, or still isn't universally accepted as as a good film, and they're all the choices I make are going to be ones that I feel need a second need a second wind or need a reappraisal. So this movie came out, and again it was panned by critics. If you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, just completely destroyed. It has developed a bit of a home video cult following from kids who saw it like me when they were younger. But I thought about it and I was like, I'm pretty sure there's something to be said about how this movie came together and the end product that came out. But I'll let you guys first talk about your experience with this movie, if you'd seen it or you'd heard about it.
I have the world's largest collection of Digimon video games.
Yeah.
Actual fact.
Is this real?
True. No.
Is this real?
I do own all the Digimon video games though.
Because it's on the PlayStation Plus plan, right?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus. Yeah. I have all of them on, I think, Steam. I have a couple on my Vita. I got a couple on. I think there's a couple on the what do you call it? The 3DS. Maybe one or two. I think I have one on the Switch, and then I have a couple on emulated.
What did you like about the Digimon games? Obviously you hadn't watched the TV show,
right? But I never played any of them.
You just have them.
Just have them.
That's so
interesting. Yeah, because these game stores, I download everything that PlayStation. I never play them.
Yeah.
3 games I don't even download them anymore, but I do add them to the library, right?
The ones on PC and Switch I actually bought. So I have bought 6 of them.
Because when it's free, it devalues the game.
They're
even
cheap.
if you want to play it, you're like, oh, it's free now.
But Digimon has always been something I've always wanted to dip my toes in, because obviously it's
Digi-curious.
It's Pokemon,
Are you a Pokemon fan, Tom?
Yeah, I would say I'm not hardcore, but I do play the games. I do
hardcore.
I do enjoy the anime when it was a thing. I've seen the movies. I like them. Gengar is obviously the best Pokemon. Don't have me.
You meant to say Snorlax.
Nope. So yeah, I mean, this was new to me. I knew it. I knew the theme song. I think it's just in popular culture. Like everyone knows that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I know about it is the theme song and kind of what it is. I don't know anything else, so I don't know how they evolve. I don't know how they exist. You know, and how they exist as far as like the real world or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. So this was all like brand new to me.
That's awesome. Prag, what like where do you come from with
Well,
Digimon?
I am aware of Pokemon, but never really inserted myself into the game or sphere. But it's so pop culture adjacent to video games and whatnot, and animation and comic books, and it's just like you know about it, and but I've never had the opportunity to dig my teeth into the film, for example, the Pokemon film, which I hear from my research on this one was part of what Fox wanted to do with Saban Entertainment when they put this together, because it was such a success. And I feel like I got like when we did watch this on my stream, there was some people who people want to know what I knew about it, and I just said it was I said Pokemon ripoff, and that was the wrong thing. But I feel I was wrong after reviewing the film. And we'll get into that because like I was pleasantly surprised by the animation style and like and because this is 5 short films stitched together, sort of the variations, and I like the fact that there was different animation styles, kind of like right, because it feels very like how Spider-Man has Web of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the Amazing Spectacular Spider-Man, and Spider-Man. The 3 books, and they allow them to have different artists.
Yeah, and some of it's hand drawn, like you can tell, and some of it's not. Like the hand drawn stuff, you can see the shadow of like the cells like overlapping over the background, sort of thing. And then other times you can tell it was digitally animated. It's normally like the wide shots of the digitally animated ones. Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. I have never watched and this might be crazy. I've never watched anything Pokemon related. I've never I've never seen Pokemon. I've never played any of the games at all.
Too. Yeah.
I think the only time that I've dug into Pokemon is the app, the Pokemon Go app, when that was in Zeitgeist. I actually found that really fun until they ruined it.
How did they ruin it?
They ruined it by they added a lot of different ways, but they ruined it by you had to they changed it from I can't remember exactly what it was, but it felt fun to explore the city and discover Pokemon. And then eventually it changed into a different thing that wasn't that. It was more like I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah, and
grinding,
and there was and there was a limit to it. It's kind of like what happened with Duolingo.
They time gated a lot of things.
Yeah.
And one of the things I hate is, as a player who didn't spend money on it, I was punished.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So that made me uninstall the game. But the one thing I did love it for is when I would go out of town and not be in the town that I'm in, you would pop it open. You'd be like, oh, cool, I can find different Pokemon here. Like if I go to the beach, I can find water Pokemon here.
Yeah, that's cool. Loved that whole thing, but it was more like the rejigging, it just became not fun anymore.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, I think, with my experience with Digimon is that for some reason I never watched Pokemon, but I was always into Pokemon adjacent media. I was a big fan of the Disney Spectro games, which were obviously Pokemon clones, and I was obviously
the monster catching elements of things.
Yeah. And I feel like kids they go to one lane or the other. They either love Pokemon or they love Yu-Gi-Oh. I feel like those are the two. So I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh guy as well. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. I loved the trading card game, and I just, because I loved Yu-Gi-Oh so much, I kind of had it was like Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh sort of thing. So I just never touched Pokemon. That's kind of the mindset you have as a kid, is you go one lane and not the other. But no, before Digimon the movie is still the only Digimon media I've actually consumed. I haven't played any of the games. Apparently you own them. But it's just a movie that I've always had and just on on like DVD. And
is Digimon thriving right now, or is it not a thing? Or is it around
no,
still?
they've recently
Still
released a
cooking?
bunch of they've released a bunch of new movies which are kind of like sequels to this, and
Mhm.
like they're going back to the roots and stuff. I want to watch those, but yeah, but this movie is really interesting because it was basically, so the Digimon show came out, and then they released 3 short films. They released it was called Digimon Digital Monsters, the movie, which was the 20-minute segment at the, well, not 20 minutes. The short film was 20 minutes, but the start of this movie, like that segment, is about maybe 10 or 7. It's quite short. And then the second part of this movie was the second short film that they released. Again, that's truncated in this movie. It was about 40 minutes, I think, from memory. The original, and this section's about 20, 30. And then the third short film that they released, which is called Hurricane, that one was called Our War Game. And then the third movie that they released was called Hurricane Touchdown. And that short film was 65 minutes long, and they've crunched that one down into about 20 minutes in this movie. And what's interesting is it feels like what happened was the studios were like, we need to release a movie, but we can't just put these 3 movies together and call it a movie. They're too, like, altogether they're too long. It'll be like 2.5 hours of a kid's movie. So they were like, we need to cut this down into like a nice, easy 90-minute film.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and because they hadn't done like an English dub for the original, like it was all Japanese when it first came out. They hired voice actors to, the English voice actors to voice, and they hired writers to translate it, like but what's really weird, I find, about this movie is that it feels like it was a studio mandated, cobbled together thing, like where they just like cut it to bits. But then the writers that they gave it to, I feel like, did a really, really, really good job of translating it, or just inserting their personality into it, if that makes sense. Like it feels like a cobbled together studio product that was then given to like writers and translators that actually cooked. That saved it essentially. Yeah.
So like it should have been a mess, but it wasn't.
But it wasn't ish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
it was less a mess.
Ish. It was less a mess, and I think it turns out pretty decent for about 2/3 of it. I like, my feelings are, after watching it like recently, is that it falls apart in the third story. I think. Story,
because it feels like an addendum.
Yeah.
They end the plot, and then it's like, and then we went to fucking Colorado.
and then the final battle just makes absolutely no sense at all. Like stuff just happens out of nowhere that you're like, what?
But I do like the visual style of the third act.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoy it.
And like the shit, they get shit on by like the worst animated film of the year, and I'm like, it wasn't that bad.
No,
it wasn't that bad. And like, there seems to be like, I feel like they got mad they didn't make a new movie, and they were mad that they already saw the other 5, and they didn't like the way they stitched it together, and they took it out.
That's what I feel. And I also feel like
venom, like it was too personal to the.
And not just that, but I feel like critics at the time, most of them are like old dudes, and they see something, and they see something that's directed towards kids, and they just like dismiss it out of hand. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I feel like they were coming from at the time. But no, I think there's some really good stuff here, like especially in the first 2 stories. I think there's I also think the soundtrack is really interesting as well. Obviously that was not in the original like anime. That was decided by the new writers.
Soundtrack was fun.
Yeah, it's very
but it's just also Fox. It's also all the Fox properties, and they're like, we own all these songs. That's what it felt. It felt like, well, Fox brings this to the table. We own the licensing for this. Now pick 10 songs that you want, and you can pick any.
Yeah,
and you pick the bangers, and so it's kind of hard to fuck up.
Obviously,
I mean,
Bare
I don't
Naked
know.
Ladies, like 1 week by Bare Naked Ladies,
These were all
was a
hit
big hit.
songs that were around. They
All
weren't
of
like
them,
ESPN.
like a lot of them were ska punk inspired. I feel like whoever wrote the script, I'll actually look up who did the English translation.
like
so
that
we
whole
can name them.
SoCal yellow card vibe, that Blink
Yeah.
182 adjacent.
Yeah,
What do they call
yeah.
that genre? Like
Ska
pop
punk.
punk pop.
Pop
It
punk.
It's
wasn't
not just
pop punk.
ska. It's just like pop punk.
But
right?
like,
It's just like Green Day opened a door to another universe where punk wasn't like rancid and fucking.
Yeah, but like I feel like 50% of the
DKs.
songs in this are specifically ska punk.
What if
like,
the Dead Kennedys
Less Than
did this
Jake
soundtrack though?
That would have been very different. Very different.
Jello
movie.
Biafra.
So when we talk, I also, do you guys like, what version of this movie did you watch? The version that I sent, or did you?
JC,
watch your own?
know what I did, and I know I'm a bad boy, and you're ready to give me, like, you're setting me up now, right?
No,
Go ahead, give me
I'm
my
not,
lecture, and
I was actually
I'll
going through. I was going a different tangent. But Time, did you
Just
watch the
teasing
one
you.
I sent, or did you?
I did.
Oh,
find
was
it
a different
elsewhere?
one.
So I have a question for you. Did your version start with the Angela Anaconda short thing? It didn't.
No.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So, and neither did the version that I sent.
Nope, no anacondas.
Okay.
No. So the digital.
I feel like I missed
read
something
about something, and it said, "Oh, later versions left it out," and I was like, "Okay." So I'm assuming it was going to come later.
Well, let me tell you something. I was Cocosaurus Rex was in a movie called Angela and the Anaconda, but it wasn't a part of an animated series. It was a different type of movie.
Yeah.
And like sometimes he gets jobs that I'm barely there for.
Right.
But he's got his own career.
Do you know what Angela Anaconda is? Do you either know what Angela Anaconda is?
Mm-mm.
It's a Canadian kids show that was on my TV all the time, like just constantly. And when Digimon the movie came out theatrically, it started with this short like attachment that was by Angela Anaconda. And like it was an Angela Anaconda short at the start of it, and in every theatrical release, and in every DVD, it has it as well.
I've seen this show. I've seen the show.
You've seen the show? Yeah,
that is bonkers that it starts with that. That's crazy.
I'll actually find. Yeah, I'm gonna show a little bit of the short that starts this movie.
Because like I said, I was in a live action version. I wasn't in it, but my partner was.
Angela Anaconda is kind of. What the hell? What is happening? Angela Anaconda is infamous for being horrifying to children.
It's crazy looking.
Yeah,
it is insane looking.
What do you think the live action movie is? It's even more scary.
Here we go. I'll play a little bit of it, and I'll show you just how horrifying this is.
Double scale for that one. It was crazy.
I gotta get head.
It was pretty fucking weird.
I thought you were saying.
Oh god. Okay, so I'll just.
Digipal, in a few seconds, the doors will open for the best movie of all time.
Why does it look like
the
shit?
Digimon movie. Doors waiting in line. It's getting
this is the movie I was in.
This
real people, and a lot more fucking,
hold on.
And no kids.
So, get out of here, son. You're not wanted.
Oh, your algorithm.
I can't find it, dude. I can't find it.
Okay, so it's like, who thought that was going to be a hit with kids? The the paper cut. Like, it's kind of a cool design, but like kids don't like that shit. Like, I like that shit, but kids don't.
It's crazy looking.
Right? Kids are not into paper cutouts and stuff, unless it's like Puff the Magic Dragon, which is a goated children's special from the 70s.
Yeah. And what I was gonna say is that there's a whole like there's a whole like, I don't know if it's a Reddit story, or do you know like the green Green Arrow stories that you'll see? Like, I don't know if it's on Reddit or like the green text stories. There's a green text story about what are you doing, Brad?
I'm reacting quietly. You want me to talk and interrupt, so I'm reacting, but I still have emotion that I have to share because I love this story. It just reminded me of how much fun me and Cocosaurus used to have. Not so much.
There's a green text story about how that intro that intro caused someone's parents to get divorced, and
Good. Same thing with the movie I made.
It is a whole thing. Oh, let me read this out. Okay, it's not long.
It tracks with my experience too.
Broke up a lot of families.
I didn't know I didn't enjoy this part of the review so much.
Okay.
It's gonna hit home.
Oh no!
I mean, it was in the interest of everyone, really.
Yeah, let me share my screen.
Everyone was much happier.
Here it is.
When the smoke cleared.
Yeah.
I didn't know at the time that parents' relationship was rocky. I begged to go see Digimon movie. Parents agree, but I don't realize it's for them to spend some time together as well.
What?
Get to the theater and excited about Digimon flick. Can't even afford popcorn and drinks. Parents look happy. Angela Anaconda short comes on. Parents also don't speak very good English. My little boy mind can't comprehend all the fuck going on. Parents are utterly confused by this Canadian fuck running around in...
So crazy.
I start crying and they pull me out of the theater. Mum and Dad start blaming each other for going to the wrong film. Dad throws away the popcorn Mum wanted. Lots of arguing and I'm still crying. Get out to the parking lot and drive off in a rush. Get into an accident in the parking lot. Dad moves out a month later. Fucking bitch of a whore, Angela Anaconda ruined my life.
Same story for my production, so like that tracks as well.
That's crazy.
Because that's funny.
I can't believe
but is that real or did some creative writer?
It's never real.
Either way, it's funny. I love the setup and the bit. That's a funny joke. Because like if you remember Angela Anaconda, that's gonna make you laugh because
I remember.
So I love that.
A horrifying show.
I'm gonna be streaming that tomorrow. We're gonna have an Angela Anaconda special. I guarantee that.
Target acquired.
Song is
I'll tell you that for free.
My name is Angela. Hey, hello.
I want to
very own show.
Analyze it and discover it.
It's bad, isn't it?
Why?
But I want to. Yeah, I think the way to discuss this movie is to discuss it in the shorts, like just in order. So I feel like we should start off with the first one, which is basically the introduction to Digimon in general. It starts off with Kori, who's Ty's brother. And the reason they picked her to be the narrator is because she's in all three stories. Ty isn't in the third one, so
right.
I read that. A funny thing to point out at the beginning of that third one. He looks like him. He just has a different shade of skin.
Yeah.
What?
Like the kids really need an explanation. Kids don't care what the explanation is. They just want to see more fights.
Yeah. But I know that I think I really do appreciate it. Is like
they try to square the circle a little bit.
Yeah. And like, are you talking about when she's like, Davis, he looks just like my brother.
Yeah.
He's
I would love to write one of these movies. It sounds like you can have so much fun and go crazy.
Yeah,
like when you think about Neon Genesis and like all the opportunities you can have in this.
And the funny thing about that quote is like the movie kind of implies that she's into him and she's making him jealous as well. So like, why is she into him? He looks like her brother. It's weird. Anyway, but no, the movie opens
and a hot movie. No, because it's sexual when you're raising little monsters from egg to full grown powerful monsters. So it's exciting. It's titillating.
Yeah.
Because it's the creation capacity that's sexually arousing, right? Because what does God do? He manifests the whole world. And if you can do that via a monster that you grow, then you're like powerful, like a deity almost.
Just to confirm, you are referring to a movie that's about kids and having little alien.
No, it's about animated people that are not children because they don't age, JC. They're not something. This is the thing about
they literally age in the movie.
They did age. The next scene they age.
I know, but not in the same way a human does, right? Like you understand the difference between like Minnie Mouse. When you see Minnie Mouse, you don't say, what they're doing is sexualizing this mouse, human.
Okay.
No, it's a mouse. It's an animated thing. Well, it's sexy for sure.
Yeah.
So
I'm just talking about the power component, and
okay.
Please continue.
Power dynamic,
and how that's sexual. All right.
No, how it's arousing. Arousing doesn't have to be sexual, right? Like before I do my workout every day and I go on my long hike, I get aroused because I know we're going to be exerting ourselves and feeling our power through our musculature.
Please stop talking.
Well, you're lucky that was the end of the section.
Arousing.
I love you, Pratt.
We're gonna pick up on this later, JC. I think you're gonna get what I'm putting out. Also, Roman Polanski, come home, right?
Please
God.
Please come
My
on.
God.
Moment.
We'll make it through an episode
Yeah.
one day. It will
We
happen.
did. I did one without saying it, and I was good,
When?
and I remembered, and I didn't say
Was
it.
that Time Bandits? The one time I wasn't here.
No, we talked about
we
Roman
talked
a
about
long
it.
time during
Yeah, we
time.
did the
Like,
Christmas
I went
swap.
extra hard.
I made a segment. Yeah.
By the way,
No,
that
which
was an
one was
amazing
that?
segment.
No,
I
you're
like
like,
that
Oh,
segment.
thank you.
you were like, oh,
Thank
it'll be funny if we don't say it this time, and I did it, and it wasn't funny, so I'm gonna keep saying it.
Okay.
All right, please continue, JC. We're talking about the power of farming. The eggs.
So the movie opens
Mhm,
and it starts with a line like Ty. It started like every other night. Ty's taking his fourth trip to the bathroom, and then he notices that Kari's standing in front of a computer, and she's like, "It's doing something weird," and he's like, and then the egg like just comes out of the TV.
Why does he
and
go to the
then-
bathroom so much? Do they ever talk about
yeah.
that?
Maybe it's
What do
his-
you guys think it is?
got IBS.
Well,
IBS.
well, listen,
IBS?
Yeah.
One of the running jokes throughout the movie is the fact that Ty's mom can't cook, and
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so it's a gastric distress from bad cooking.
yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah,
That
yeah,
resonates with me. Thank you for pointing that out. I forgot that part, but that's a funny little joke, and I love the mom in it because it's like
She's
Peanuts.
so
They don't
good.
show her head ever; they just show her
They
neck
show her
down,
head.
kind of, or
Well,
like
in
it's
the-
just
in
kind
the
of like
intro.
she's in the background.
This is why he
and
wasn't
she's-
watching it. This is why he wasn't watching it.
No.
No. I'm just saying, like, she wasn't the focus. She was always like, "Hey kids, do you want any bananas, beignets, or
They-
whatever
it's
silly
like Toy
thing?" And then
Story,
she like
but
walks
They
away. She's
showed
like,
her voice, or
not
they,
the
sorry,
main
they showed her
character.
face a couple times, but oftentimes you heard her like off screen yelling at the kids, saying
Yeah,
something.
but no,
weird.
but she had like a specific. No. She had specific scenes that had like directly her in the second story. The first story you don't see her face,
Okay.
but the
Yeah.
second story, yeah, you see her in full.
she
but
is
no.
not the main focus. The main focus
No.
is the kids, right? And so it's like
Yeah,
a kids
Ty
world,
and
like, and that's
Kari.
what Peanuts did, right? The parents were like almost like observational, like the
Yeah, and
pantheon
Toy
of
Story
Greek
as well.
gods.
Mhm.
Yeah, Toy Story as well.
Toy Story.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so it opens. They wake up the next morning and Kari has the egg, and like he's like, I bet my eggs. Like, there's just so many little lines throughout this movie that I just love. Like, I bet it's not going to taste as good as your egg. Or maybe we should use it as a soccer ball. Like, just stuff like that. I don't know. It just makes me laugh.
You
It's
love
just,
that
like,
line,
chuckles.
huh? You
I love
that.
all the lines in this movie.
Loves
That's
all
what
the
I'm going to
Time?
say.
How do you feel about that one? The soccer ball egg. What do you think? Did it giggle? Did you laugh? Do you have giggles?
No, any giggles? Any giggles on that scene?
I don't know what it
Like
is.
chuckles?
Is it because we're Americans and we're just so fucked up and we just
But it
like
was American
broken?
written movie. Anyway.
Mm.
I
But,
don't
like,
know, but like it was cute, but I didn't think it was for me. But you
Yeah.
found it for
Chuckle
you, and I
throughout the
love that.
movie.
I think
Did
I'm.
you
I
chuckle
think I
throughout the
love.
movie?
I what? No, I heard it and I liked it, and I made me feel warm, but it didn't make me like uncontrolled. Like it didn't elicit. Like I feel like laughing is like you don't want to laugh. It makes you laugh, right? Like
Mm.
I'm just sitting here, not in a funny mood, and then they say something, and I have to laugh. It's like an involuntary
Maybe-
sneeze, and I
maybe
didn't
it's
sneeze.
maybe it's like a meme. You know how like you know people have memed
This is
Shrek
nice
to
of
death
you.
or memed the Star Wars prequels to death.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now when you watch those movies, you laugh a lot. You know,
Mhm. Like, that's a thing.
compared to-
That's a thing.
yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like that's me now. I feel like
Okay.
me watching this movie, but is like it's the part of that is I've watched it so many times, like that those lines just make me
It's
laugh.
cozy
now.
and it makes you feel
Yeah.
secure and relaxed, and then you can be your best self.
Yeah, but I do think the dialogue and the script is really good. Like it feels natural and it feels I think the camaraderie among like those two, like the Kari and Ty is really well done, and then Izzy and Ty later is really well done. I mean, you could see my little tag here. There's one character I can't stand, but
Why are
I
you so
think
mad
the-
at Davis all the time?
I
And
fucking
welcome in
can't
gamer
stand
girl
that
Emma.
kid. He's so annoying.
Why?
What do you mean Kari's not here yet? Like, just get over
yeah,
yourself.
He's a little
like,
whiner.
yeah, he's a piece of shit. Just have Ty in the third story. I like
Do
Ty.
you think
a lot
that you
more.
would have appreciated if he got like crushed by a monster or like
Oh,
eviscerated?
yeah.
Yeah, that's how the movie should have ended. Yeah.
Just picked him up and just pulls him apart.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
tosses him to the side. Yeah.
Did you
Like
guys
in the middle
like?
of one of his dumb speeches
Yeah.
from
Do you feel
behind.
like-
It's like,
Mhm.
Do you feel like this movie does a really good job of setting up the Digimon world and like just the whole concept, like in that first story?
I mean, it was like an introduction, and to people who probably, if you're seeing this movie and I'm a kid, I probably already get about Digimon. I understand, and so I didn't have to go too in depth about that. And like, I thought I enjoyed it. It's light. It felt Saturday morning to me. It didn't feel cinematic. It felt like, oh, this is a fun thing to watch with my little nephew, and it's beautiful. I like the animations, and especially in the opening with the cozy home. And like, I really enjoyed like and like, I don't know why it was getting so much stink for the animation. I thought it was really kind of cute.
I would agree. I would agree that it's not like cinematic until the fight sequences happen. I think the fight sequences are very cinematic.
Well, I was really disappointed about one of them, which was like there was this section where they went to like this alternate style of where it was kind of like graph paper handwritten type fighting, and like, you know, it was kind of like
about the second story.
The second story, right? I didn't think that was good as the third and the first as far as the action sequences. I feel like it was kind of very low. It wasn't really animated crazy, but we've been spoiled by like Neon Genesis too, right?
Yeah,
and like that's fucking nuts.
I mean,
and
that's
even the
clearly like Neon Genesis is like the blueprint for this like kind of media and this kind of like you know, kaiju fighting like anime stuff. But
I mean, Overfiend had almost better fight scenes even than Neon Genesis too sometimes, right? It was really spectacular.
Yeah, sometimes. And obviously like you have Dragon Ball Z as well, which you know, they have a lot of elongated fight sequences. But what I think really works in this movie is the not just the like the soundtrack, but just the score. I think the score, like the way they score the fight scenes, is like so exciting. Like there's that moment where they're like where Koromon, the first Digimon, he digivolves again into the big one, Greymon, and he's like, Koromon, and he's like, I'm Greymon now, and he's like, and then it goes it's like,
whatever you want, buddy.
You be whatever you want, big guy. And then it explodes into the music as the battle scene starts. It's like, it's so.
And that's not sexual, JC. That's the most sexual thing that could happen. It's like, this is not even my final form. When Caucasaurus Rex comes out of his cage every morning and he says, this is not even my final form, and I don't know what he's going to evolve into yet. I'm like, okay, let's go. And like, I'm like, hold on to your fucking trainer leash, right? Like, how am I going to train this one?
As far as like world building and how it navigates that, as a first time viewer, I was very confused as to where these fucking eggs came from.
They come from the internet.
Well, they don't. So one came from the computer, and the other one came from the sky. So that was confusing. But whatever. It's not a big deal. But it set me up to think. You know, because I'm trying to figure out what's different about this than Pokemon. You know, so it sets me up to believe that these Digimon, which I don't understand why they're digital monsters because they're in the real world.
Well, they're from another world, right? That's digital
at this moment, though. In the beginning,
and
you know, they exist in the real world and they're fighting, and then essentially the two that are fighting at the end, Greymon and the other one, the flying one, or the chicken one, whatever it was.
I love that one. That was fucking crazy.
It essentially becomes a fight between like two kaijus. And I was like, I am all for this. That is not what Digimon is.
You mean Pokemon?
No, Digimon. That is not what it is. Because afterwards, it is completely different. The second story, they don't fight in the real world. They're in the internet, I guess.
But then the third story is kaiju again. Like they're huge.
But then they're not as big. And
some of them are small. Some of them are big.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
And then there's people versions, which was way more
confusing.
Those two that showed up at the end, dog. That was fucking crazy. Like, what movie am I in now?
Yeah, the third
shows
story
up with She-Ra. That was wild. They were L too. They were dumb characters. I didn't like them. I was
struggling to understand how all of that made sense in the first story, at least as far as where they came from.
Here's a really good this meme's kind of famous.
Ramses turns into Diglett.
There's a really good there's a really good meme about like Digimon evolution versus Pokemon evolution. I'll just show it here. This one. So Pokemon evolution, cat, lion, big lion. Digimon evolution, cat,
dinosaur, refrigerator. Yeah, that's
it's like it doesn't
what
make
it was.
Well, this one with the chick is funny too. With the red, the one in the third one from the left. That's true too.
Yeah, and then there's like actual evolution. There's like dinosaur to chicken. There's
exactly.
Yeah, but it's like it's whatever. You just kind of just accept it. Like, so and then
two can turn into one, which was
that was
cool.
But that was also the first time that it ever happened. Like that.
It didn't happen in the show.
It was unprecedented. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was what kind of made that special. Like Omnimon, I think, is the only Digimon that combines with others. I'd have to watch the rest.
They felt more like, to me, they felt more like Transformers than like Pokemon,
like a hybrid.
Yeah, I can see that
because of how, like, all of a sudden, like in the third one, all of a sudden one of them has like a Barrett style Gatling gun on his hand, like Final Fantasy.
And
don't move, I don't want to shoot you. And it's just fucking Gatling gun on his nub.
It's like they're just coming up with stuff.
Yeah, it's like merchandising led decisions, like, because like this is like a advertisement for selling a product, right? This is not like Star Wars had a great bunch of action figures, but it was after they didn't make Star Wars for the action figures, right? And so it's kind of like, but with that said, it didn't feel sleazy as like the last Mimsy or fucking McAtee.
This was Power World before Power World.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
By the way, Time, I just want to mention I love your shirt. That's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, your jumper, I should say, but yeah, it's awesome.
It's a sweatshirt. I don't know the jumpers.
Australia.
It just reminds me of none of my favorite teams have ever won anything in years now. It just makes me sad when I see like I haven't experienced a team that has won something probably since like the mid 2000s. I've just seen one. Yeah,
you're talking to a Freo Dockers fan who
I don't know what that is. Absolutely, have no idea what that is.
Listen, they were created in 1993 and haven't won a premiership since. It's so.
My team was invented in 1964. I've been watching them for 40 years. They always get right to the end, and then they lose it in a fun and interesting way.
That's what I'm saying. They've been to 2 grand finals and they lost both.
We lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win 3 in a row.
Please,
so that's crazy.
That's
crazy. I can't see that anymore. Like, this is what's going to happen, though. There's going to be a jet crash with a team like that.
It's going to
be horrific. I know, but that's what happens. Like, you have to get away from me because that's what happens. Like, I'm going to put my evil into you.
And Aston Villa, they haven't won.
Like, I knew when I was watching that game, the curse was a lot. I'm like, this is cursed.
I thought they had
like, I can't even be sad. It drains you of emotion. It's not that it makes you sad; it makes you stop feeling, and that's the worst thing.
It could be worse. Could be a Cowboys fan.
Back to happy emotions and talk about.
All right, let's go back. Well, you talked about his shirt, and it triggered me, and so I should have hit my emote. Where's it? Where's my here?
I think the second.
No, it's not a coin. It's that. No.
I think.
There's no sad ones here.
This one's me. This one's mine. This one's my favorite.
Hello.
So the second story, I think the second story to me is the strongest of the 3, in my opinion.
Yes. Oh, the second one?
Time lowered your hand. Yeah. I really love the dynamic between Ty and Izzy, and I love the way it sets up that all the characters are disparate and they're kind of desperate to get people, but they can't get in touch with everyone because everyone's busy. I love that kind of that Where Are All My Friends, like that song by LCD Sound System, All My Friends, like that's how it feels to me. Is that should have been in this movie, that song. They like, what happened to the glory days when we were a team? And he says, we're still a team, Ty, we're just really spread out right now. And that's how I'm feeling at the moment. Like, all of my friends are all in different places, including you guys.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, it's that kind of like, where are all my friends? Where are they gone? And I love that setup. You know, and there's that like that funny subplot how like she's his girlfriend, but she's not his girlfriend. Like they're friends, but they're not friends. How they're mad at each other over something like small, like a hairpin. There's just like some good like little things in there.
There were some cute scenes for sure.
Yeah, and the grandma,
I like the relationship.
the grandma that is
Grandma's
looking
so
up.
funny.
funny.
So funny.
I love that scene. It was a beautiful home. That I love the style, and it was really like there's a lot of good stuff in this
Can I
movie.
talk to
Actually,
them? Oh, I love talking to them.
Hangs up. And Matt and TK, like they're in the country, so the only place they can get a computer is like out in a barbershop, it looks like.
Yeah.
And the barbershop people don't know how to use a computer. They're like
I remember a line, JC. They said the closest thing Grandma has to a computer is an egg timer.
An egg timer. Yeah, good line. See,
Good
it just
line.
has.
And I'm paying attention, and that
there's so many good zingers.
underscores how closely attentive I was.
And again, these lines were not in the original anime. They were written specifically
that's a
for
cute
this
line,
movie.
but it's not like, oh my god, what a fucking banger! I can't.
thinks
Oh my
about it
god,
every day.
right?
I think
But
it's all
it's-
bangers. Yeah, I think it's all bangers.
I think
All
it's
bangers,
very
no mash.
cozy. I love. Listen, I'll give you this. I'm going to credit you with discovering that this style that they wrote it in is very. Like sometimes 28 writers get into this thing, and then
This
it's so
was two, I
fucking and
think.
like it doesn't make any sense because it feels like different people are writing it, and this felt like there was continuity and it was cozy and
Yeah.
warm. It didn't take me out of it. I love the character voices, so I did think it was written well. Actually,
Yeah,
it could have been
agree.
horrible. It could have been fucking cheap. It
And
didn't feel cheap.
cringe and yeah, and there's
Because
also
like Power
the,
Rangers is usually cringe. Isn't Saban Entertainment associated mostly with
Yeah,
Power Rangers?
well, they're
Oh,
great.
that's how you think it's
They're
not
fun.
cringe?
They're
You love it.
camp. They're camp.
It's
they're
very
fun,
camp, and like
but
they
it's-
could. I
but
thought
it's
they would be
cringe.
always campy with it.
It's cringe dialogue, but it's
But it's
I'm
not
leaving.
cringe.
Walk up
It's
show
not
again.
campy.
Walk up the
It's
goddamn
just not
show
listen,
again.
time.
I love
Time. When
camp.
I was
It's
a
not that I
kid,
don't
I
like
was
it.
the biggest Power Rangers fan, like of all time.
Who's
Like,
your
you have
favorite?
no
Who's
idea.
your
You like
favorite
Power
answer?
Rangers?
The
Time? I
green,
don't
the
know.
Green Ranger, the Green Ranger.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, he's
Then he
the
goes
best,
evil,
yeah.
and it's awesome.
And it's so good. Yeah, the Green Ranger's the best. But what was I gonna say? I like the Black Ranger too. He's great.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? But I don't think this but I can happily admit that the dialogue is not good in the like it's obviously they're taking
It's not as
they're
good.
taking a Japanese thing and just like putting American actors in it, and it's
It's just
thrown
different.
together. But
It's different.
it's
It's
camp,
good
it's
in a
fun.
different way. Yeah, but
But
this is
no.
the thing. That's what camp is. Like you think about the first Batman TV series, right? The Adam
Mhm.
West one. That's camp to the camp, and it's not good. But when you take the sum of the parts, it's good. It works together in conjunction. That's how camp works. You can't just have the camp script and the camp
Right.
costumes. You have
Yeah.
to put them together to make the whole fucking wacky thing work, right?
And
and
what's
Resident
really
Evil's great like
interesting
that too.
You mentioned that Pragpro, like how the original Adam West Batman is camp. But so originally when I was really young when I first saw the Dark Knight Rises, the Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah.
I was really young and I loved it when I first saw it. And then I watched it when I was like 18 and I was like, this is not as good as I remember. But then I read an article recently. That's basically makes an argument that The Dark Knight Rises is a camp masterpiece. Like Nolan didn't realize that he was making a camp film. Like
I can see
it
when
makes
you
it
talk about the Joker and you talk about some
not
like
the Joker.
Batman
I'm talking
is
about Bane. I'm talking like Bane
the
and
Bane
his
one.
voice.
Well, they all
yeah.
like all Batman does have that camp because when you're dealing about comic book characters and the weirdness and like the Joker,
No,
and
but
the costumes and
But the Dark Knight is like tastefully dark and tastefully gritty, and it does a really good job with its tone. The Dark Knight Rises,
Tim
on the other
Burton's are
hand,
definitely camp.
the Dark Knight Rises has some like weird tonal inconsistencies, like just the Bane voice that's in the serious movie, and like just the way he wears this huge puffer jacket, the fact that Bruce Wayne
Unintentional
and
camp is not
unintentional
unintentional always good.
camp. But I think it's good in this movie. And the article makes an argument for it. And I think for somehow like Nolan in that movie, like unintentionally harken back to Adam West, which I think is really interesting. Like, I don't think he realized he was doing it.
I would love to see a
but he
super
kinda
cut
did.
of that film and some of the scenes like with
Adam
old
West,
campy Adam West stuff, try to fucking make it fit. That would be a great editing YouTube thing. Right?
I'll actually link that article in the Discord. Okay. It's actually really interesting. But anyway, I digress.
I'm always fascinated by camp because when I was growing up and stuff, I hated it and I didn't get it and I didn't understand it. I'm like why is this being so silly? Because it was really popular when I was growing up in the early 80s and 70s because you had like Petticoat Junction on TV and like Green Acres and like all this like Gilligan's Island. It's just like all this corny stuff that wasn't for me. But now I'm like, oh, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to like almost be psychedelic and experiencing the real world, but in like through the prism, like, because you can't say you're talking about doing drugs in the 60s. And so what you do is you make the monkeys and you just make it campy and to sit in for like the fact that the writers were doing LSD. Right? Yeah. That's what it is.
Would campy just be like a parody of itself?
It's just
not
like
a parody. No,
like think about Resident Evil. Think about the Resident Evil games, like the village, the giant fucking vampire woman.
Oh,
go ahead, GC.
I think the like the best definition of camp for me is it's kind of like it's seriousness that's pushed to the limit of like it's over seriousness.
Well, Rocky Horror Picture Show is a good
example too. It's like
musicalities in it always too.
There's it's someone like you'd say The Room, like Tommy Wiseau's The Room is camp. Like it's like clearly they were putting a lot of effort into something that like tonally doesn't match what they were going for. Like that's kind of where I get camp.
It's like when you see it at this point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just
Showgirls as well, like Paul Verhoeven's like, Showgirls. Yeah,
if there's a woman in the story that could be a man, then it's camp, right? It's like it's always playing like with cross like masculinity swapping with femininity, and it's just always. It's like, it's just like...
I don't think it's that specifically, but that can be camp. Like, I think it's more of a tonal
I'm talking about the traditional early camp, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. I will say the reason why I brought that up, though, and the reason why, like I was saying that is because you brought up Power Rangers and, like, there was kind of a comparison here.
Yeah.
But I don't think this movie falls into camp. Like, I feel like this movie is extremely earnest, except there's moments where it goes into camp, like when they're doing their Digimon Digivolve like sequences, like the 3D animated sequences, when the music is like dun 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 dun. That stuff is camp,
that's just like Cartoon 100%. Network stuff. I feel like that they just saw what was popular for Nickelodeon Cartoon Network for the little guys to see. Like they kind of like
they have like their names in the background, like they it's like
in the background,
it's like that's camp. But the other stuff is not camp. It feels very earnest and like measured and. I love the second story. I love that moment where she like Digimon like Greymon and Metal Garurumon, they've stopped moving because they're getting so many emails from supporters that's slowing down their processing time.
That to me is so fucking marketing coded. Like they're
not just that, but
come on, kids, make sure you send all the emails to Fox Kids and get come on, bro.
But the message there, is it'll hurt you.
Make a difference.
Digimon. They made it work. The writers made a lot of corporate bullshit work, and usually you can't do that so easily because I feel like they liked it, but they made it work, and it could have felt much more greasy. It could have felt much more toxic, and they brought heart to what seemed to be what could have been a very plastic experience.
Before I get into what I was about to say, I do love that this movie is clearly in that realm, like that movie Pulse that we watched, where they didn't really understand what the internet was, or like they clearly like the internet was in its early days, so that it was just like this magical, mystical thing. Like there's that scene, like you had the maze. You had that maze up in the background. That's not how computer data works. Like they don't just go around eating.
It's looking like a Pac-Man game screen. And just changed it to code.
And they visualize in their heads, they visualize it as a physical space. They're like, he's in America. Like, no, he's not. He's on the internet. Like the internet's everywhere. Like he's not in America.
He's traveling to America via code.
Yeah, exactly. I guess IP addresses. He could have been going to IP addresses that are localized, but
or when he was calling all the numbers.
Yeah, that's such a good sequence.
Took down the phone lines.
Or that sequence that's that's set to All My Friends Are Metalheads by Less Than Jake, where he's like crawling across America. He's like traveling the whole Anyway, I love that you put that in the background. That's like that. He's just playing the movie.
I'm wizard.
Did you like? But before I get to my point that I was getting to, did you like the Digi-Rap? Did you guys like the Digi-Rap?
I had a vibe. I enjoyed the soundtrack.
The Digi Destiny with the Digimon and the Digi.
It was cute
recipe. But no, I love that emotional sequence where, like, I mean, Corey's narrating it, and she says no one really understands how it happened, but like, Ty's connection with War Greymon was so strong that he himself became digital. I love that, like, you know, like the power of love is like magical and transportive, you know. I know you guys shit on Interstellar for doing that, but
I did.
really works in this.
Did
movie.
I do that?
Yeah.
Did I shit on it?
Yeah. Time did, I think. But
that's the SV review, right?
That's the SV review. Yeah. But I think it really works in this movie, and that sequence where both Matt and Ty like come in and they're like, everyone in the world is writing for you to use that. And it's like, I feel them, and then all the emails come up.
Does any of this animation look mid to you? It doesn't look mid to me. It looks fire. It's beautiful. Amazing. And they're like, mid animation, 23%. Like, no, the problem with this movie is not the animation in any of the sequences, except for I was a little disappointed by the one where they changed the battle style a little bit. That's the second one.
Where the background's like all CGI.
Yeah, I knew what they were trying to do, but I think they need like, it almost reminded me of like almost Persona in some ways, like how they do like their graphic design for their box art and stuff. But like then you needed to do more in the actual event.
I love
like, that's
that,
good
like,
for the cover.
That sky.
It's fucking fire. Like, I was sitting here with screenshotting my nuts off. I was like, oh my god,
it's
you know.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But the story, like, but then we see something like Neon Genesis where the story is elevated so much, and you're dealing with like like that is the thing that was missing a little bit. But to say the animation is mid is totally inappropriate. I think it's beautiful and really good for kids to see quality like this, because they probably see a lot of shit cartooning, and then you see this, and then it wakes up your imagination, and you have something that elevates your
did you guys I want to ask, did you guys get emotional in that sequence, or was it just me?
No.
Nostalgia.
In what sequence?
When Ty and Matt enter the digital world, and they're you know, they give War Greymon the pep talk, and then they form together, become
no
okay.
I mean, I have to keep it together, because like if I'm that fragile, I can't do what I need to do, right? Like, I'm so sad about the Bills right now, but you couldn't tell if you didn't know, right?
What did you?
Right.
But like, did you think they added in the threat of the nuclear missiles gonna hit?
That was hilarious. And then why Denver? Like, of all places,
Colorado.
And
well, that was because Willis was there. Like,
but like, why did they pick that location? Like, usually I love that it's not like New York or San Francisco or LA, and they picked a third place is cool.
I think what they were going for was that it was rural, and he's like isolated from the rest.
Denver's
not
rural.
Rest of the kids. Well, he's rural. Like, you see the flashback sequences.
It was cool. It was interesting. They could have done more with the mountains and the forest of Denver, though, and more graphically. Like, if they're going to put it in Colorado, that's a great opportunity to show the amazing mountains and stuff. So they did to some extent, but not as much as I would have liked.
Yeah. No, I like the second story. I hope you guys did too.
It was pretty good. The third one, I enjoyed
that.
But
it was
cat
scene in the background.
The cat scene.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and it sets up,
destroys everything.
And it sets up the battle. Like, it sets up the battles later. Like, it's like, this is what it's all about. But yeah, the little thing blows.
Perfectly charming.
We're not a very good team, but then they turn out to be a pretty good team.
Yeah. It's just good foreshadowing. Good writing. I like that. Like, we'll just have to tell Mom that it's a throw pillow. Like, I just can quote so many lines from this movie.
Taking a bubble bath.
Taking a bubble bath. Yeah.
So
Let's get to the
something
third
you grew
story.
up with, right? You watched this a
Yes.
lot growing up, like many times.
Yeah,
like,
I reckon I've watched this movie like maybe over 100 times, I would say.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
that.
But I hadn't watched it for a long time when I picked this movie. I don't think I'd watched it in maybe 10 years, but
That's how almost
yeah.
like how Time Bandits was, but I did probably haven't seen it as many times as you saw this.
It was just like a DVD we had, you know, like,
Oh, you didn't see it in
like
theaters?
no, I didn't see it in theaters.
Oh.
No, I think my parents picked up the DVD and like
When you were
like,
young, JC, who took you to
Yeah,
the
sorry.
movies when you were like too young to go by yourself?
Yeah.
my parents, obviously.
Both, or was it like I'm just
One or
saying,
the
like,
other.
did you ever? Okay.
One or the other.
And there was like, did
Why?
you make an afternoon of it? Was it a special event, or was it
It
just
was
like
yeah,
part of the day,
I
or how would
loved
it
going
work?
to the movies.
What about
Yeah,
last night?
But
What about last night?
last night,
Who'd you go with?
oh, I went with my mom and my brother.
See?
Yeah,
That's adorable.
yeah.
And you saw
we
what?
went and
What'd you
saw
see?
28 years later, The Bone Temple, the new one.
And
Really fucking good.
Mm.
It was so fucking good.
Okay, good. Well, I can't wait to
but-
see it. I love that kind of stuff.
Did you watch 28 Years Later, the last one?
Yeah, we talked about it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you'll love the next one as well. Like Ray Fiennes.
I feel like people are like fucking crazy, or like they're like the best movie of the year or terrible, and I'm not like that. I'm like more like throttled in, like mid, not bad, but like good, like 75%. You know, like.
Right.
But some people, like a lot of people, I said they just love the fucking movie. The first
Yeah,
one.
well, 28 Years Later
you
was
do
my
too.
second favorite movie of last year, behind One Battle After Another. So, but yeah, what was I going to say? Let's get into the third story, because this is where the movie falls apart for me, and I want to know what you guys think of it, because they switched main characters from Ty to Davis. He looks just like him, but
Exactly. He has the goggles too.
It felt
he has the goggles.
like not part of the same fucking thing, right? It felt like, oh, we're filling, but like if I'm a kid, then I'm like not even aware and not even worried, and I love that it's new and different style, and that they keep shifting the different animation style is really something that keeps a kid engrossed, right? Because like, you know, there's the novelty of the constantly shifting stuff.
I do think they really do, like, from a writing standpoint, I do think they do a really good job of setting it up with, like, you know, Willis is talked about in all three of the stories, like the blonde kid Willis, who has the twin Digimon,
right?
But he isn't, like, in the original, from what I've read, he isn't even mentioned in the first two stories. It's like it's something they did for this movie to kind of tie them all together,
right?
But yeah, but I think it works. I think they do a good job of like easing you into the third story. But I think the third story, once it gets going, it's like, what are we doing? Like,
Did you watch the three separate films? People wants to know.
No.
Okay.
So listen. About that, I was going to mention it later, but there's a boutique DVD company called Discotheque. It's kind of like the Criterion Collection that I corrected you guys on, but it's called Discotheque, and essentially what they did, right? Because people, like, a lot of I feel like a lot of children, they grew up with this movie and they love this voice cast like I do. So what they did is they went back and they got all of the voice actors from this movie, and they redubbed the first three movies again. Like the full things with those voice actors, and released it as a Blu-ray. I've ordered it. I can't wait to watch it.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I don't know how much of the dialogue from this movie is going to carry over. I feel like it's going to be more accurately translated to the original anime, but I'm excited to watch it. I just haven't watched the Japanese versions. Like those just didn't, like the English versions just didn't exist at the time. But yeah. I've ordered that Blu-ray. It's on its way. I'm looking forward to receiving it and watching it. But no,
a lot of people are looking forward to receiving Lance's Blu-ray, right, or his DVD from the Saints, but they never will.
I'll send you a link, Pete. After the show, I'll send you the link.
Imagine, Peep, somebody comes to you and they say, I'm going to send you a movie. And then you say, yes, please, I'll take it. And then they take your address and then they never send you the movie and it's been 3 years. What would you do about that?
I'd be mad. Peep, I'm pretty sure if you go to crunchyroll.com and look it up, like you can find it there. I'm pretty sure they sell it on Crunchyroll. But yeah, I can't stand Davis. Like, he's one of the most annoying characters in fiction to me. Like,
baby,
the whiny brat little kid who's just annoyed about everything and hates that Willis is like charming and like, charming to the ladies, and he's just
hold on, he's a Rizzler though. Like I would be annoyed too. Yeah. Willis, is rizzing. He's always rizzing.
I always saw myself in Willis.
Is the third movie with the blonde kid?
Yes.
Right? And then he rizzes and he comes in that one scene. I love that scene. And he's like,
I'm Willis. Willis is me.
And then he's he's cooking everybody.
I'm from a rural
kid that gets
town.
mad, and the kid gets mad about it, and he's like, I'm the only one who gets to kiss, blah, blah, right? And
that's Davis.
Guess what? I'm going to be kissing her in 5 minutes, so like deal with it. It's just happening, right? That's my guy. I agree with you, JC. Yeah. I fucking agree with you, and I'm rocking with you, and I don't like that kid, and I do like Willis.
With you.
But I love the little speeches that Willis is like the little.
He's handsome and he knows it.
Yeah, and Willis is Digimon. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the little cat one essentially.
Yeah,
and she's like, Davis, we're friends, and that's what friends are always there for each other. It's like so sweet.
We should have done the reading that we do. Remember when we used to do readings from movies?
The scene readings?
We should have done scenes from this movie, JC, because I think we could really do a great job, me and you.
I reckon I could do it without a script. I reckon I could do the whole movie.
Like MJ, and it's just like every time I see his face, it's like looking at MJ now because you're becoming her. Like, look at your chin. Those are whiskers. They're not even.
Yeah. He's getting old. He's getting white hairs.
I mean, listen. It's crazy that we come to the show without shaving now. We're just broken.
He's going to become a silver fox at some point.
No, he's not, because like that's a cat. That's what a cat has, whiskers, not a boy.
Prag, do you consider yourself a silver fox? I want to know.
I'm a beautiful, sensual man, and I don't know if I can put a time frame on it, but yeah, I definitely consider myself. Like I'll tell you what, this new skin that I locked from this DLC at this age range is a much more compelling skin than I've had for most of my life to the ladies, and I'm shocked by that.
Are you talking about the hair, the pompadour?
The whole vibe. They just love how fucking I don't give a fuck, and I'm older, and I got good credit, and I got the gray, and they love the whole fucking thing. Before, like, I'm cooking more than I was in my 30s. I'll tell you that right now. So I don't know what it means. I think women like confidence, and they like older gentlemen for some reason. And 100%. I never used to get that when I was in my 20s, but now I understand. It's like you have a big dick, but you don't know what to do with it, and now you know what to do, and now you're cooking, and that's what it's like. It's like being a samurai.
Yeah, awesome. That's called emotional manipulation. That's But yeah, the final battle makes just dramatically, and just the way it's cut, like the golden eggs appear out of nowhere. There's a scene where all of the Pokemon do fucking nothing, and then their owners react to it, and they go, "Aren't our Pokemon amazing?"
I love that crazy shit in the third act with the crazy, wacky fucking chicken and the fucking the Wonder Twins show up, and like, dude,
none of it makes any sense.
Like, you're just being stupid. I love that shit. It was so funny.
Like, you can tell this was a 65-minute movie that was cut down to 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Like, they just cut out so much context.
I love the characters,
like twins or whatever they are that have the human Digimon are like showing up. Sorry, we're late. And you fucking throw them as like an angel, and there's like another angel. I'm like, what
are you guys?
And like, Corey tries to give an explanation. She's like, "Oh, they were scared, so they digivolved into Angelmon and Angelmon." It's like,
but they don't look like
that's
any
the
like
explanation
else.
Yeah. But no, I like some of the third sequel. I like Willis. I like his emotional story, like with his, like, he lost one of his Pokemon essentially to the virus, and And he had to kill him in the end, which is
handsome,
also sad.
just couldn't protect him from the real world, right? He's beautiful, but he couldn't be stopped from experiencing.
I love that JC keeps calling him Pokemon.
Digimon, sorry.
He did, didn't he?
I did do that.
Oh, you're gonna get letters.
That's the zeitgeist. That's the zeitgeist.
Right now, they're like, "Dear JC, you claim to be a Digihead, but several times you incorrectly. In fact, Grace, the third act was incorrect."
I'm sorry.
You call it FCC.
You're hoisted on your own petard just now. You see what happened?
So sorry.
You came to hold me to the front of the fire, and you did it to yourself.
Oh my God.
Like, my penance is going to be watching the whole anime and all of the films. There's like 10 films. There's a sequel film to this film.
But is it
which
good?
Really
I don't want to see anything.
I've heard it's
not
good.
As good animation.
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's actually good.
I just like to put the animation on as a background now and just like do other stuff and just enjoy the visuals.
I love Izzy as a character too. The fact that he enjoys her recipes, the mother's recipes, like, and then gets sick from it.
Oh yeah.
Peep says, "Stop saying Pokemon, JC." The Digiheads are in the chat already, and Peep's going to be the one.
Has it in 4 films? What do you mean?
I thought for a second that when Izzy was getting sick, because it was coinciding with the
Greymon getting cooked.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, they're connected somehow or something.
That was so sad.
But no, he's like, your mom made bad food, and he fucking took off.
Well, they made it seem. This is.
I love the scene where Izzy is like they're like separated. I don't know if it's a third film, and she's like staring out the window while the nuclear missile is headed to Denver. Is that correct? Like she's like away from the group, and she's in her like feelings. I love how that was presented.
Like she's walking through, and then you see the missile in the background, like in the sky.
Right. And she's like in her room, and she's just like chilling and like reflecting. She's like has her own
wave comes over
Armageddon in her soul, her own personal intellectual Armageddon. She has no idea what's coming.
What's going on?
Real Armageddon. So
everyone's distracted.
Perfect duality.
Yeah. I also, there's another really good line that I just remembered, where Ty is confused about the new Digimon, and Izzy says, "Do you know what a semiconductor is?" And he's like, "Is it a guy that works part-time at a subway?" And he's like, "Never mind." I just love like lines like that.
I love so good. You love that.
That's a good one.
I love that you love that more than I love the line, but I love that you like it so much that it makes you happy. And I'm not even fucking with you. No, I'm not fucking with you. I'm glad that something makes you happy.
I like it.
And
it's cozy. It's cute. It's very cute. And that's good too. Cute's important.
There's also the part where not Diaborma, Infomon is like changing all the numbers so they all say 1 million. And there's the lady scanning the barcodes.
Oh,
like that comes to 1,100,000. Huh? Yeah, that's what it says. Must be really good chocolate. Paper or plastic.
The coins just fall from his pocket.
Yeah, that's great. It's so good. What was I gonna say? Just that third act just falls apart. And I hate how abrupt the ending is. Like Kokomon just died. It's really emotional, and then immediately the egg is back, and then Kokomon's fully grown. He dances to all.
And like, what about the kids in the audience who are dealing with that and coping with it, and then they quickly fix it, and that's not, and then now it's time to go get ice cream afterwards. Was that an emotional challenge when you were a young man to grapple with those feelings and how they abruptly end? It's like stopping a roller coaster short.
Yes,
and you're going to be thrown from the vehicle.
And then you have to watch it again.
And then you're not going to.
So Peep, the Digimon: The Revenge of Diaboromon is separate from this. Like that's it's not in this movie at all. It's a separate thing.
Peep, push back on that. Hold your ground.
That wasn't part of the trilogy of short films, but it did come out. I want to watch that too. I actually like the design of Diaboromon as well. Like he just looks so scary. I remember he scared me as a kid, Diaboromon. But what was I
love that they have those Apple. Remember those Apple laptops that came out in 2003? They definitely styled those after those, right? Oh, yeah. Those were so fucking popular. Remember, they had like the console and like, oh shit, I got to get that.
Yeah, and Australian shows. There were Australian shows that they couldn't afford to get Apple products, so in the show they had a sticker that was like it was a pear instead. Like they made the laptop. It's just clever. It's just funny.
That's Australian though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys? I think we've gone over nearly everything.
Yeah,
what was
we
I
can
gonna
sum up
say?
when you're ready. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really resonated with this film because I have been raising a kaiju from an egg for my entire life. It's a giant penis named Cocosaurus Rex that I keep in an enclosure that I call my
Every time you
childhood.
say that, it kills me.
This is my time. I'm reclaiming
I
my
know.
time. And so, like, I understand and like, there's always a group of friends that gets involved when you're raising a monster. And so like this resonate. No, I love the animation. It was beautiful. I really was not expecting to enjoy this movie as much as I did. And if I knew I would have enjoyed the animation as much, I would have probably tried to watch it on the big screen.
And
But
we're gonna fix that soon, like I said.
Yes,
with the Plex server.
I love that. I love, like, if anybody wants to give me access to their Plex server, please. I love to have multiple inputs, right? And that's back. But back to the review. I love the animation. I like the differentials. The story wasn't as great, but like I thought there was some funny stuff, and I love how crazy and weird the third part was. Like I love the chicken and the fucking different like silliness of it and the weirdness and like I could tell they cobbled some stuff together, but I didn't realize how much it was actually knitted together. I thought it was like, oh, we have 5 movies, so we'll take the plot and the scenes and reanimate them. No, they just took the whole fucking thing. And like the soundtrack was fun. And like usually I get mad about corporate style retail things that are designed to sell something else, right? I'm very fond of saying like this movie was like going to a Carson City Burger King at 3 p.m. and the burgers are not warm, right? But this felt better than your average retail bullshit, and I enjoyed it. And like this is what if I give it a 9 over a 90, Baki's gonna make fun of me again in the video because we do the summaries. Another thing I have to start doing is backloading the best lines I have too, which I'm not getting used to because all the good stuff that I say in the other review just gets thrown in the garbage. So that's a personal problem. And like the Bills will be back next year. Next year's the time. We're gonna get a great draft. It's gonna be great. We're gonna win, and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna feel much better when we win finally. And so I give this movie an 80, and I did enjoy it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Because like you said, do you mind if I do my bit time? Do you mind?
Good. Yeah, but I want to say one thing. Flame says W shirt JC.
Yeah, that's why I did this. So I wanted to, I like that you said the corporate product thing, and I'm the same. Like I hate things that are very obvious corporate products. I cannot stand the Super Mario Brothers movie. I think that is the most corporate product movie I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't stand it. I haven't
seen it, but no, I have to.
But,
is that the Bob Hodgkin one?
No, the new one. New one.
Oh, what have you seen that one though? Is that one's even fucking weirder? That's a weird movie, dude. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
One of you guys might have to pick it for the underrated section because that movie was panned.
I'm not participating in the underrated program.
But that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this movie is because on its surface you could say that this movie is like a corporate product, but I feel like what happened is there's a disconnect between like what the studio wanted and then what these writers did with it and like the way they wrote it and the way they cut it together. Like I think they did the best they could with the footage they had and the runtime they were given. They were obviously given a 90-minute runtime. I personally, if it was me, I would have just done the first 2 stories and just had those and just left the third one out. But they obviously wanted all 3. Yeah. But no, this is a childhood movie for me, but I do genuinely think the writing is what saves this movie and it does a really good job. I love this movie.
Don't tell me he's right, please. You fucking Australians always stick together.
I'm always right, Pete. I am always objectively correct, and no one else can.
But all the funny stuff in the third part, you were the guy who's like, "Oh, it's so funny." Like this is, I have to cross-examine you. A lot of funny stuff in the third part. A lot of funny
I know. Stuff. I agree. Just
and like to lose that probably would have diminished my review.
I agree.
You're not afraid to do that.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what? I agree. Good. my personal preference is just do the 2.5-hour epic with all 3 films. And,
I would love a 5-hour,
that
like
would
a 22-hour Neon Genesis experience.
But I'm very excited to watch the 3 newly dubbed versions, the discotheque ones. I can't wait till they arrive, and I'm probably just going to appreciate this even more. And then I'll watch the anime, and I'll watch all the latest movies too. I love Digimon. I probably, but if I'm being objective because of the third act, I'd probably give this movie a 75 out of 100. But if it was the first,
wait a minute, I just gave it a higher rating than you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, see, this is, I feel like you pulled the chair out.
No, but if it was the first 2 stories, I'd probably give it like a 90. But the third story,
but there's a different rating scale. Like you're using the Australian scale, which is a 20-point differential. So like I'm really giving it a 60. So that makes you should have to understand. Like in the United States, a B is 80 and a C is 70, and for them it's a 50.
In Australia,
so you have to subtract 20.
C is a 50 in Australia,
right? So I add 20 points to my score if you're Australian, and subtract 20 if you're an American from JC's, and then time. I don't keep track of your scores, right?
No one gives a fuck about time.
I like to give, like, I used to give colors on. Your dad might like this.
Okay,
because I hate scores.
Yeah.
Let's not give Baki more to edit than he needs to. Let's go, time.
Fuck,
Right.
Listen,
Well,
Baki just started here.
On.
All right, reclaiming my time. Thank you.
It is very rare, I think, for the 3 of us to agree on a movie. Are very, very rare. And when it happens, it's joyous because it's rare. You got to celebrate these times. So we are 3 for 3. JC, Prag, this movie fucking sucked. I don't know what you guys were watching. This was awful.
Good job, JC. Now you're gonna catch the fucking fang.
Are you being serious?
Was the only thing that this movie had going for it. It is
Why
a
didn't you say this the
Pokemon
whole
ripoff.
episode?
It is Pokemon ripoff. The evolutions don't make any
say
sense.
this before, says his lover,
because
his scorned lover.
I keep it close to the vest, so you guys don't know how I feel.
But the whole video is a review, not just the last 10 minutes. Oh my god! But go ahead.
The turnbuckle.
I didn't like this. I thought I wanted to stop this movie multiple times. I thought it didn't make any sense. These characters are stupid. These monsters are stupid. They're so dumb. The evolutions make no sense. When you exist in a time frame where Pokemon is available to you and you don't watch it, that's mental illness. Literally mental illness. That's crazy.
Peep,
you don't
watch this part. Peep can't see this. Peep, watch another show for a while. Turn on.
Can I defend my non-Pokemon watching for a second?
Hold on.
No.
Let me say something and then you can say it because I will let you.
Okay.
So
that's how it works.
Something that I went a little bit over the top. Sorry. Something I had wondered too was I'd watched the first 15 minutes, which was essentially the first short film. And again, I had said I was confused. I didn't know how things worked, and I was going to go back and watch the first 15 minutes of the Pokemon movie because I was kind of relating it to that. Because I was wondering maybe in the first 15 minutes of the Pokemon movie, it doesn't explain it either because you have to have prior knowledge of Pokemon, But I didn't go back and watch it. I couldn't with this movie. It was just there was nothing. There's nothing redeeming about this movie. I just couldn't fall for it. The animation,
it's cute.
The animation in the first part was good, and that's it. The animation in the second part is awful.
I'm spamming. Whoa, the second part was not good.
The third was fine, but the first one was so like Studio Ghibli-esque, and like when Prag put it on, I watched with them for a little bit. I was like, did Studio Ghibli work on this? This is crazy.
Right. Like they set the full budget for that, and then they started subtracting. But the third was better for sure.
It was fine, yeah. But then like it was just
even the chicken.
This is campy too.
What about the chicken?
Anytime anything happened where one of the Digimon would like get like an advantage or like he's gonna do something, they'd play the Digimon song and it was so distracting. And I'm like, that's not a thing. Like, why?
That was camp. That was the part I was saying was camp.
I
get that. That was the part where I'm like, this is really campy. I don't know if I enjoy this.
Make fetch happen, Gretchen. Make fetch happen.
Oh man, I couldn't like a movie less than I watched this.
You didn't agree. You didn't agree with anything I said about the dialogue or script.
I'm surprised.
It was fine. It's just
Okay.
I think you compare it to Digimon and Pokemon, and it falls
I
apart.
just have a sweet
At the
boy
end of the
inside
Pokemon
of me
movie,
that
I was
you
bawling my
drowned
eyes out.
eventually. Really?
I mean,
Yeah,
I've never seen it, so I have no idea what
the
I'm
ending
missing.
just kills you.
how much
What?
of that is nostalgia? Because I was tearing up during
Did you grow up with
the
Pokemon stuff? Like,
second
like
sequence
you
in
were like
this.
into it? Like you were already into it?
What?
Like,
Like,
What
are
was the
you,
question?
is this a nostalgia thing? Like what I'm feeling with this movie, because I was like tearing up during
like
the
who are you even?
the tie and
I
map
saw someone
sequence in this.
watch this on like on a Twitch stream, like they were watching, or no, I'm sorry, it was the
Yes.
Pokemon channel on Twitch was playing a bunch of stuff, and they played the Pokemon movie,
channel.
and I'd watched it. I sat down and watched. I was like, oh, I remember the end of it, whatever. So I'm watching the end of it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just weeping because I was like, that was
That's
like 2 years
how I
ago.
was feeling.
It was just like so I don't know. It just
Do you
Yeah,
think
might be.
because both of you are looking
Might be a
through a
hate boner.
nostalgic lens that you're
And
emotionally
Pragpro's the
being touched?
objective king here. I don't know.
Well,
I
I
think
just
it's
love
very
to
much-
love. I just
I
love
think it's-
love, and I'm
yeah,
always
Pete,
going to
that's how it
choose
works.
love.
The power of love.
I'm
And
gonna
I know
always
I'm
choose
against
That's
that.
what
love.
happened
No,
in
I
this
know- listen,
movie. Why
hold
didn't you
on.
like it
Hold
here?
on. Because it doesn't work.
Look
I
at
know
how
these
cute
characters.
it is, though. Look at
These
this little
characters.
wreath. She has a little. Mommy has a little wreath on her door, and like she's making
just-
like
I can't. I'm
snacks
sorry.
for the
I'm
kids.
sorry.
It's
I
so
can't.
sweet.
I can't.
What would
Oh,
you
you're
give this out
broken.
of?
I'm
What would
sorry.
you give this out of 100, Tom?
No,
20.
don't ask that. I can't.
20 out of 100. And they said, listen, they said Digimon so many times that it was so many bonus points, but that's not the name of the movie. The name of it is Digimon the movie.
And you have to add
You-
80 points to his score.
I got him to say the score early.
add
Barky,
50
you're
to
welcome.
his.
20 points.
But
How
I
come
want
Baki
to-
doesn't watch this show? Do you guys ever wonder
No,
like
I don't
why we're
care.
employing someone who doesn't like our show?
he
I've
does a
never
good
seen him
job,
on my
though. He
chat.
obviously respects it.
I've never fucking seen him anywhere
respects it.
outside of like he should have work for time or
He's-
dark rather. I'm sorry, not
He's
Ethan.
got his
He's not
own
on your
personal
chat either.
stuff.
Okay, good.
But
Well, it's like
I'll-
he's gonna see
can
this
I-
though, right? He has to. I'm
Would
paying
you,
him.
Oh yeah, go.
Time, would you call yourself, like, growing up, would you call yourself middle to upper class?
Oh yeah, he's a fucking rich guy. Look at
Yeah.
him.
No,
Would you
no,
call yourself
no,
that? No?
no.
Did you have cable?
Stone Cable.
Okay. So
No.
listen, my family,
Yeah, that
like,
possible,
growing
right?
up, we
Split
weren't
cable.
the most, we weren't the most affluent family in the
Yeah.
world.
Oh, man.
I had, like, I watched this
Well,
movie
we're
on a
middle class.
bootleg, not a
Whoa.
bootleg, but like it was a bargain bin, like, DVD,
Mhm.
right? I could never afford any of the Pokemon games. I couldn't afford cable so I could watch the Pokemon show.
Mhm.
Like, I just couldn't afford it. And my dad wasn't tech savvy enough to download movies. Like,
Your dad's an
it's just-
electrician.
I think you saying
He
like
didn't split the
you
cable
have it
for you.
available to you is a little bit classist. Can I just
mean,
can I make
Wait
that
a minute.
argument?
Did you have
Of
your
course.
cable
What
split
do
in
we
your
do?
house, JC? At least you had cable in the different rooms, even though you weren't paying for individual cable.
What are you talking about?
My dad was an electrician. He went up in the
Mhm.
attic and he split the
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
cable.
yeah,
to
yeah,
all
yeah.
the
Right.
Yeah.
No, we didn't have that.
Even-
We just
no,
had
listen, that was an old school.
we just had whatever Australia decided we watched.
Well,
we
it was
just had
old,
the
like back
digital-
in when I had cable. Like I remember a time before cable, and cable
Mhm.
had a little box. It was an A and a B switch. There
Mhm.
was 12 channels on each side, and it would come in the house with a big fat thing, and you would screw it into the box, and it would be a
Mhm.
fucking RCA tube. And
Ooh,
then if you had other
RCA.
TVs though, like you could split the signal, right? And so it
Mhm.
would make it a little less fucking good, but at least everybody in the house had cable. It was fire though.
You know that, like, the Pokemon games, like the DS games, like every single one adjusted for inflation were like $110. Like, we just could not afford that, and
not
they
my
never
problem,
went
Jason.
I
down.
didn't have
They
any
never
problem
went
with that,
down.
bro.
Not my
I know you
problem.
hate poor people.
I need you to
I'm
go
sorry.
back in time.
I know you hate
When we have the technology, go back in time and fix it.
Okay.
Time I had,
Maybe I would
had
enjoy
peaches
Pokemon.
though, so like there's a plus and a minus to all things, right? Like
Hey,
you had
listen,
that, but I had a
Watch Pokemon
peach.
now.
Hey, listen, like, I don't know if you saw, do you remember when I was shooting from my friend's room, like when I was in Perth? Like,
Mhm.
he had a whole cabinet just full
Oh,
of Pokemon
yeah.
memorabilia.
Yeah.
Should've
So,
stole
like,
it.
he's a huge
Should've stole
Pokemon
it.
fan. I
Sneak
respect
into his
him.
house in
Yeah.
the night, he'll never suspect you. And next day you're like,
Reclaim all
"Oh my
stolen from you,
god, what
JC."
happened? What happened to the Pokemon? Somebody broke in and smashed all the glass.
Oh,
Did you get
no.
it? Like, oh, can I help you find them? right? The killer, the call's coming from inside the house.
Yes.
I'd never do that to him. He's my best
that's
friend.
so cold. There's people that do that though. That's the crazy part, JC. There are crazy thieves in this world that will do that, and they'll laugh while they're doing
crazy thieves that would become someone's best man at their wedding just so they could steal their Pokemon memorabilia.
Exactly. The long con.
No, they would just like.
That's what it is.
And people snatch stuff from your house when you invite them over.
In like a month and a half or 2 months, I'm gonna come back to you, JC, randomly and go, "Hey, I just finished this Digimon game and it is fire."
I hope so.
That's
I
probably
really
hope so.
And then I hope you play Spectrobes as well. Those were fire games too. Like I highly recommend the Spectrobes.
I don't even know what the fucking next movie is, let alone watch that.
They were basically it was a DS game. It was basically Disney's answer to Pokemon. Like they tried their own version, and it was good. It's a good game. It's a lot of fun. Zoids. I don't know about Zoids, Nombies, but I do know there was another one.
We need a Saints Pokemon game, right? Where we have some sort of slant on it, where it's the Saints universe.
What was that other one? Oh, Spore.
See, this is the shit I don't like. See this stuff right here? I don't like this battle scene with the grids and stuff. Yeah, but it's not as interesting because it doesn't do enough. I like the layout, but I don't like what is happening. I don't think it's
I think it's edited really well.
The background is doing the work. The background's doing the work and not the foreground. And that.
But I do think the action editing is really good.
I like.
Yeah, they're going.
I thought it was going to be.
There's another game that's like similar to all this stuff where it's like all just like not I don't say knockoffs, but just like variations. Yokai Watch. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. That's a show, right? As well.
I think so, but it's also like they have games, yeah.
And then there's also Bakuman. There's Bakuman,
yeah.
Which were the
listen,
the Bakugan,
you don't want.
I should say.
Which if I knew what all these things were and collected these things, you probably wouldn't want to hang out with me at this age, right? Because I would have been done deep in my 30s.
Yeah.
Right, and I probably wouldn't be here right now, right? I'd probably be too terrified to be on TV.
Pete, you said what is Disney's answer to Pokemon?
What is it?
That's what I'm saying. Is Spectrobes was Disney's answer to Pokemon was Spectrobes.
Aren't the princesses kind of like Pokemon? They're grown in a lab on a farm.
I can see that.
You don't
I can see that.
The slaves and put them on a little ball.
You can't collect them necessarily, but in some regions.
Hey! Also, the Digimon are not slaves. They're not forced to be there. They're consensual.
Are they getting paid?
Well, they show up when they want to, and they disappear into the digital world when they want to. They have complete freedom.
Do they have
health answer to Pokemon?
I mean, do they have like what are their costs? Like, what is going on? Like,
I don't know.
They are kind of slaves though, JC, right? Because they don't really. I don't know. Have they been educated on their choices? But maybe they don't know they have choices
without people.
But maybe they should be in control. Like, why are they not making the choices? And why
can't Digivolve without? Oh no, wait, they can Digivolve. So what do the little like pocket watches do? The little things
they sell at retail for $48.95.
I don't know what those do. Do they accelerate it? Can someone in chat look it up and tell me what the little Digivices?
You're up.
What they
do? Finally got something for you.
Why don't they just evolve it to the final forms? I never understood that.
We live in a class.
I think it's like they have a certain amount of energy like levels. Like they run out.
People want you to know that you have to have ownership if you want to be successful because you need to be told.
My favorite. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna readjust my score. So now Bucky has to go back and watch this part. I'm gonna give it 10 more points for a 30 because the villain in the middle of the second scene, whatever, the villain at one point. The Digimon are like going up against him, and they're like, "Oh, let's Digivolve to the next level." And he goes, "Fuck this!" And then he starts attacking them, which is genius.
You know what?
And then he immediately watching this movie.
Well. It's going to keep going up 10 points. I think if we keep this review open and don't,
we'll keep mentioning.
We're going to keep going up in the score.
We'll keep mentioning stuff he likes, and then
this is a long review. It's going to get to a 50, and that's going to up everyone's average.
90.
I hate that you're just like those thermometers. Like you're just the Rotten Tomato of the bunch time. Because that's what they did to this movie, and they're wrong. Like they gave it 27s and stuff.
Right.
You're just like the fucking mainstream media, and me and JC are like the base lovers. Yeah, you're MSM, bro.
Roger Ebert is the enemy of the podcast.
He is and that's you right now. That's you.
Because like Mom and Dearest is our favorite movie, and we should watch it annually. I think we should make that a tradition. I want to like
watch it annually. You're right.
It's so good, bro. I get so fucking scared, but that's the scariest villain.
I think that movie's in my top 100 now.
That crazy bitch when she opens that door at night and she's like. she's looking through everything, and you know she's gonna fucking go crazy, and the kid's sleeping. That's wild, bro.
Yeah, Peep, that's what I want to know is what the Digivices actually do, because they're showing Digivolving without the Digivices. So what do they actually do? Do they accelerate it? Do they give them power?
I think they're mommy's vibrator.
Digivices are essential handheld device that act as a bridge between the human and digital world, currently used by the Digideaths, and to help their partner Digimon, it helps them into stronger forms by channeling. Oh, it channels human emotions. I love that.
That's so stupid.
So if they have more emotions, they evolve. That's so cool. I love that.
What if it's like super depressed? That's a lot of emotion.
Yeah, it helps them.
I got a Digimon right here.
Devolve.
Are emotions evolve in Pokédexes? No, they just say it. They just fucking say Digivolve, and then they do it. It's fucking bullshit.
Digivolve to this one, but with a gun. I mean
Pokevolve or whatever they call it in Pokemon.
The Pokemon, they hold a moonstone and they transfer them to the next little thing. That's it.
Ban Ram. No, I love you, Ram, but you're wrong. What do we got next week, Time? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so let me explain this real quick. Probably gonna need you to pay attention.
I'm paying attention. This one's got sore feet.
So I have a friend from work who watches the show. Okay.
What? Hold on. You have a friend from work? I don't.
He says I watch the show. It's a very good friend of mine. Yeah, it's like I watch a show.
No.
Is he the guy
you like new people
or a different guy?
No, different guy.
It's too emotional.
And he had a criticism, and I think it's very founded, and I'm going to correct that.
Ooh, okay.
So his thing is us. So he says I watch it, and I go, oh, I'll ask him like, oh, did you watch this? Did you watch this? And sometimes he says, no, I don't watch them. I go, why do you watch certain ones? And his response was, because you watch old movies, or you watch things that just came out a long time ago, and I just don't care. I said, okay. So he watches the ones that are like,
listen, you're not going to like my message for your friend.
We're trying to recommend, movies. Like that's kind of the point. But
I thought
time is an illusion. There's no new and there's no old.
It's my time. I'm taking my time back. I thought, let's review something that is relevant, and maybe it'll give us a little uptick in the YouTube. So we're gonna watch.
I have an argument for that too, but yeah, go Tom.
We're gonna watch. Now's not the time for your argument. What we're gonna watch is a movie that the three of us have not seen. I know we haven't seen it, and we are gonna struggle, and we're gonna cry, and we're gonna hate it, but we're gonna watch it because it is our destiny.
What is
we're watching Tron Ares.
Come on, can I stream it? I don't have to go to someplace to watch it. Right?
Here's the thing.
Disney Plus.
JC will get it for you.
God damn
no, I've got it. I've got it downloaded already.
Just watch a movie one week. I just turn on my TV and watch it.
I've got it already, and I'll put it on the Plex server. It's all good.
You gotta show me all about that. You gotta first. You have to log into my brother.
No, but after you log in, you won't have to do it again. You've just got it.
All right. I'm sure.
But
you'll help
Time. Here's my thing: is like I feel like I don't know if I've done it enough, but I feel like I've made the argument that on top of this show, we should also keep doing Brave the Cinema. And when I say Brave the Cinema, I don't mean we have to go to the cinema. Just new movies that came out last year.
Just do an Oscar version since like Oscars are coming up. Why don't we watch
the last fucking time? That didn't work.
Like Tron Ares, Tron Ares
to me.
Like
the Oscars, like we're movie critics. We don't talk about the Oscars. That's nuts. We ignore it.
We watched Amelia Perez and that didn't work out for us. Good.
But Tron Ares is a movie that I would have suggested for Brave the Cinema. But I still think it would be relevant enough for Brave the Cinema. But if you want to do it for yapping about movies, like I don't mind. That's fine. But I feel like if we want to watch movies like that,
we do Brave the Cinema. That's an extra show, and a lot.
Yes,
it's becoming to be a little bit of a problem doing the extra shows.
Is it? Is it too much?
I mean, maybe not now because of the schedule change. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
because I'm 100% down for us adding Brave the Cinema like permanently to Saturday, or Friday. Sorry, that's what I would want to do. But
if we do if we did that like twice a month, I'd be okay with that.
As long as I don't have anything scheduled, I don't care. And as long as I don't have to go
twice a month. So twice a month.
I'm not braving anything, so that's
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I can ask you guys if that's the thing is I don't know how we'll decide what movies to watch. Like, do you want to do
shouldn't we recognize pick a couple?
I agree.
Movies to talk about.
Yeah, I agree. I really want to watch
because it is it's I like to see those movies. They're usually some of the best movies.
when Mighty Supreme comes out, that's the one that
I have this on my server. Marty Supreme.
You have Mighty Supreme?
I think.
It hasn't even come out in Australia in cinemas.
I don't know, bro.
So,
Kevin says a lot of stuff, and sometimes he gets confused, so I don't know.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. Is like I'm down for that. We'll talk about it after the show, but I think that's a good choice.
We'll figure it out.
To watch Tron Ares.
Yeah, I mean,
even if I hate it.
As long as I don't have anything booked, I don't care.
No.
I get to watch a movie in the evening.
No, I've avoided it because of Jared Leto. But,
I've avoided it too.
Oh, is that a Jared Leto movie? Oh, God, bro.
I mean, I'm excited mostly for Nine Inch Nails. Like, that's the reason why I'm excited.
Yeah, but like the Tron, like, listen, I listened to the Tron Nine Inch Nails soundtrack, disappointed.
Really? Okay. I watched the single that came out from it. I thought that was really good.
I listened to the whole album when it came out because I was so excited because I fuck with Trent Reznor. And
what is Nombi's posting in chat? What is this?
You want to read it? I don't know.
Is this Chat GPT? Critics and audiences dislike Mighty Supreme for its messy bloat. That's not. No, people love Mighty Supreme.
Pasta.
I don't know what.
It looks like GPT.
I think it's ChatGPT, which I'm not a fan of Nombies, but I love
there's no Oscar nominations apparently out right now. I don't think.
Yeah, but the Golden Globes just like everyone kind of knows what the fucking majors.
Like IndieWire have released their final. Like
certain movies are gonna have like multiple nominations, right?
And like Frankenstein, like.
Yeah, there's like a.
You don't like Guillermo del Toro?
I haven't seen it, but everyone I'm not excited to see it because everyone I talked to was like, eh.
I will say it's worth it for Jacob Elordi's performance. Like he is incredible in the movie.
I'm sure I'll
like
see it.
He's the reason you watch it. Like,
I hate
he's
hype.
So good in it.
You know what makes me? You know what'll happen if I won't watch a movie? It gets too hyped because then
I know a lot of people
ruins
that say
it. Because I want to make my own decision.
I also want to know about Mighty Supreme. Mighty Supreme. I want to know if all of this bullshit that that Timothy Chalamet is doing is worth it, is justified. Like I want to know if he really is like that good in the movie, because he has said some outlandish stuff promoting it. So we'll see if it's justified.
The Oscar nominations are this Thursday.
Expectations are the thief of joy. Peep is dropping bars today. I get that. Expectations are the thief of joy.
I will I will actually cry with joy if 28 years later gets a cinematography
JC,
nomination.
don't do that to yourself because you're only going to be disappointed.
I know I'm going in with
the accomplishments of other men that brings us sorrow as well. Because I can't control it. Like worry about making JC's masterpiece, and the other shit is somebody else's fucking life. Like I can't get too excited about somebody else's success or failure.
Can I finish?
I can.
I'm going into it with the expectation that it won't be nominated for best cinematography, but I will cry if it does. Like
it's not going to get nominated for anything because they're going to shit on it because it's so weird and they don't like penises. Like there's a man with a giant penis exposed and they're going to say like,
But it's genuinely some of the most groundbreaking cinematography and camera work I've seen in a long time.
I love the way he filmed.
No, I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about the last
that one too. I thought that's what you're talking about.
No, the new one is a lot more subdued, but it does it for a purpose. I think Nia DaCosta
it does it for a porpoise.
A porpoise. But yeah, Nia DaCosta put her own signature on the new one. But no, I think what Dodd Mantle did on 28 Years Later is like genuinely evolutionary. But they're not going to nominate it, so. But if I was to give it to something else, it'd be One Battle After Another.
Well, I mean, there's a couple movies I haven't seen yet. So before I announce a winner, I like to see the other majors. I'm going to watch a new movie tonight for sure because I can't think about the Buffalo Bills losing another opportunity. It's so crushing. I need a new narrative in my head, and I can't play any video games. I just need. This is when I like to watch cinema when I'm kind of like down a little bit because it makes you want to be distracted. Like if you're in a really good mood and you're positive about something you're doing or you're in a creative mode, sometimes it can be distracting to see another theater's vision.
Yeah. That's how I feel about this podcast. I'm pouring everything into this show.
Oh, God,
I love it
so much right now.
I want to ask, I mean, maybe we'll do it after the show. Maybe we salute and then I'll ask.
Okay.
The Golden Globes are fixed. Rhea Seaborn didn't deserve to win.
She did 100%. She was so good.
Britt Lauer was way better in Severance.
I haven't watched Severance. So.
I like the nominees because it points out movies I don't know about, but I don't really.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.